Hey guys, I am live. Gonna share this out real quick. Hope everybody's having a good day. Yeah, you'll probably hear me clicking around. I am sharing out my own stream. Um, so hello, Al, Pam, Sam, hello. Well, I hope your work day doesn't. I hope you don't work too hard, Pam. Glad you stopped by, and I appreciate you. How are you guys doing? Thank you, Al. I appreciate it. It's office work, just busy. Well, it's good to be busy at work. The time will end up flying by, I'm sure. But me, I've been doing okay. I've started figuring out the sniper game I've been playing with a friend of mine and getting leveled up. Hey, Lady C, I haven't seen you in a long time. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, the Sniper 3 game, a friend of mine, their game won't even start up now. After a while of being able to play it, and I have a bad feeling this is going to be hard on them to do, but I have a bad feeling that they're going to have to delete all the save data on the computer, clear the cloud, and then turn around, uninstall and reinstall it. And yeah, that's going to be a task and a half. Hey, Jen, sis, how are you? Joshua Coe, hello. Episode we're short stuff, so it goes real quick. Five will be here soon enough. Oh, I understand that, Pam. So, how are you, Jen? I'm so happy to see y'all. And if anybody would like to come up, all you got to do, if you have me on Twitter, just message me there and I will get you a link to come up. I'm still in South Carolina. Cool. I'm glad you're doing good, Lady C. It has been a while. And same with Joshua Coe. I know everybody's been busy and dealing with their own thing. So, and coffee in my veins. I've Speaking of coffee, I got some sitting here. I've been trying to wake up. I just woke up. So if it sounds like I'm a little sleepy, it's because of that. Trying to wake up. And I've been watching these YouTube videos and I wanted to talk about this. I got to mention this to a friend of mine last night. But I was watching a gameplay of and it of a game, and it's called Detroit Becoming Human. Out doing DoorDash. That's awesome, Jen. Now Detroit Becoming Human is about the story of a few androids who start, I guess you call, awakening. And androids have become so intelligent they start evolving and having own free will. Just made my second cup of coffee. And although that idea seems far-fetched, like seriously, it is fiction, but how close to the truth could that be? I quit my job at the call center. Way too stressful. Well, that's good, Joshua. I'm glad you're happy. I know it had to have been hard, but glad you're happy. It is Joshua Coe, but and like if you really think about it, how far fetched is it from becoming a reality at some point? And what would how close to the truth would that be? In Detroit Becoming Human, they wake up and start having free fallen conspiracy theories. But once they start having free will in the game, they start asking or either asking or demanding, depending on how you play the game, equal rights and being recognized as a species rather than objects to be controlled. It's just like The Walking Dead. Yeah. And thinking about it, you know, that kind of reality might not be too far fetched at some point. And just Jim, hello. It is good to see you. And I was getting people complaining and saying some things about some of my streams done even more recently. And yes, I do put it on private when I want to. Because I'm getting a lot of hate from people and making getting hate towards it. So, oh, thank you, Jen. I appreciate that. Much love to you and Eddie and the boys. And I will say the ideas I have are my own. But when there's truth to it, there's truth to it. I know everybody has their own side of every story. And it's I'll choose when to privatize. That means that if you want to be in the live stream talking or listening to what I have to say, might as well be there with me if you can. If you can't, that's fine. But certain things are going to be put on private rather than staying out in the open for people to continuously bully and degrade me and talk smack about me, because drama stuff has to stop. I should be able to speak my piece, speak my mind, and speak my truth without having so much backlash that I feel like I have to go into private mode. And it shouldn't be that way. Norgus, hello. Your video popped up. Awesome. And welcome, Norgus. You guys, if you hadn't checked him out, please do. He does readings. Wait a minute, no. This is something different. I have a friend that has a similar name that does live streams and stuff that do spiritual things. No one should have to deal with it. Exactly, just Jim. I'm so glad you're here, Norcus R. And I appreciate you. But yeah, I just wanted to go on for a little bit and hang out with you guys, see what's up. There's a lot of things I'm still planning on doing. It's just a matter of timing. So but it's very cool to see everybody. Financial sweetheart. I appreciate that, Joshua. Yes. I'm sorry. A friend of mine has a similar name, and yeah, I believe I've been to your channel a few times, Norgus. Very good to see you. And you guys, if you haven't checked each other out, please do. Drama free is nice. Yes. And sometimes, like as of right now, I probably got quite a few lurkers, people that are going to turn around and try to make this into something that's not. I will buy you a time machine. Just don't want it. That's awesome, just Jim. If I'm not mistaken, don't you work at night or like a late shift? Like third shift or something? So I can definitely understand that. But I've got people that like to lurk. And for me, I like to connect with people, come in and say hello. And drama free is the best way. I agree. When somebody, like, and I feel like also if somebody's had enough of something, they should be able to stand up and say something about it without getting repercussions beyond what it should be. Just went back to midnight shift about a month ago. That's cool, Jim. Definitely hate drama. And people act like I love drama. No. I would rather be peaceful and have fun. That's awesome, Norgus. Yeah, sometimes some people I've known for a while and been there for a good bit. Um, it's been a while since I've been on YouTube and been able to show support, hang out in live streams or whatever, but that's going to change. I'm going to start getting back into going through checking out people's videos and whatnot. So that's going to be interesting because when I do that, I'm always sharing out people's content. I do what I can to show the love, make comments, and of course hit that like button and all that good stuff. Uh, Definitely good to hear. And just Jim, I appreciate you being here. I know you're probably like really tired now. But yeah, if you notice like you've been into a live stream here, at least with me, and I decide to, or it decides to disappear, it's probably because I ended up privatizing it. Because people want to get upset at me for the things that I say and I guess how I go about saying it. And they get extremely upset when I do. And to me, that's not right. So to avoid that, I'll do what's necessary. But yesterday, I will say, is the first day that it's been hot over here. Didn't like it. Oh, that's cool, just Jim. And I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out. I kind of like doing this kind of thing where I'm just chilling out with you guys and just getting a chance to talk to you guys. It's been such a long time since I've done that. And one of the biggest things I've been doing is going through my social media. And as I'm doing that, people are um, following and doing what they've got to do for themselves, which is fine. I believe so, Norgus. How's my coffee? It's it's really good. I love cold coffee as opposed to like hot coffee. For reasons I can't really eat or drink anything that's pretty hot, like something that could burn my mouth. Um, but I love the coffee that I've got, and there's this creamer that I've got that makes it taste like espresso. And yeah, Joshua Co, that's a good one. Um, but yeah, I've just been kind of hanging out, kind of hanging. People don't. I've been kind of like being not noticed. Um, and as of right now, I kind of like it that way. On people's streams, like I'll say hello, I'll share it out and whatnot, do my supporting. Um, I just can't stay and watch certain streams only because the platforms um take a lot of bandwidth, and it's for some reason not always registering that um it's not going through like it should. Good morning, Animated Adventures. It's good to see you. Just been incognito lately. I don't blame you, Just Jim. The coffee loves you too. It has been a while since I've seen some of you guys. I'm kind of glad that y'all are able to stop by. Not kind of. I am glad and very appreciative that you guys are here. And I know I've got some lurkers, and they're probably waiting to see if I'm going to say some things, especially drama and all that good stuff. And that's not going to work. You're a lurker. You won't say hey in my own stream. Yeah, thanks, Mom. It is so great to see everybody. I'm kind of like, I'm so surprised that everybody's here. And I have missed you guys. I have missed coming on live streams and being around and being a part of everything and being just getting to hang out with you guys. And yes, sometimes it echoes. I am doing everything I can to do this from my phone. I am on Zoom and I am on my phone if you guys couldn't tell. But it's okay. Now, I've done live streams on my computer. I just make sure your coax cable is fully tightened on. Exactly, Norgus. With everything that's been going on, and I've noticed in this last year, because of the hardships and the situations that people are left in real life, like we can't always have really fun streams or just chit chatting. Exactly. I'm not going to give them the pleasure of talking drama anymore. I will speak my mind, but hopefully I can do it in a way that's not going to be so quote unquote drama. So I appreciate that, Joshua. Now, the kind of internet that I do have is AT&T DSL that has not been switched out to anything different in the last 20 years or so. And it's supposed to be the highest speed that they've got, but because of the pandemic and everything, it's been throttled back so much that you can't do anything with it. Redneck Connection, hello. It's good to see you. So, yeah, I do have a lot of problems with my internet. And just letting people know, unfortunately, I can't always be at people's streams. And a lot of times people are streaming at the same time. So I have to pick and choose what I'm going to be watching. Yeah. It's okay, Joshua. It's kind of out of my hands. I've looked and done a lot of searching, and there's really nothing that can be done to change it. The AT&T that I have here. Yo, Tom, my boy, it's good to see you. I like your name, by the way. Welcome, welcome. And with the internet that I've got, it does fine if it's just one, maybe two devices are on it. But when you've got 4 or 5 at the same time going, it negates itself and it shuts itself down. So it gets really tricky. And like, my family is good about, if there's something I really want to do, like, we talk about it. And if it's not spur of the moment, a lot of times we kind of work things out. Like, I have a certain time on the internet that I'm on that is just for either me playing games or me live streaming or whatnot. And then there's time just for the other family members to be able to do what they want to do. I've got my dad, he works, and so he gets his time at a certain time. And he's very limited to what he can do, unless it's the weekend. And plus, he does have some things that he's working on for work. So it is important for him to be able to get the internet to do the research he needs to for what he's got to do. I hope everybody's having a good day. And it is beautiful outside. I'm just hoping that it's not too hot, like it was yesterday. Yesterday was like, you know how sometimes when you're in a older house, you know, you've got air conditioners and like window units, so there's only certain parts of the house that are being cooled down, and the other parts, like, it's instant sweat, instant sauna, because it's so hot. Yeah, that kind of happened yesterday. And very much um yeah, it was very much uncomfortable. I am doing good, go Tom, my boy. I'm doing good. I got, when last week I spoke my mind, this week I'm like, okay, This is it. I'm moving on. It's cloudy and humid today because it's been raining here in the last 2 days. Oh wow, Jim. Yeah, I'm hoping that it starts raining, but my family was talking later on this week. It's supposed to get really, really hot. Like summer has decided to pop in and say hello. Not looking forward to that. I cannot take heat very well. Although I can get used to it, I don't like it. Oh, that's cool, Joshua. Getting your new controller this Saturday. Oh, that's good. That is very good. I wish I had um a console like a Nintendo Switch or a PlayStation 5 or something. I don't have the money for, and I don't have um I really don't think I'll have the chance to really sit down and play much on the console, and I'm just really thankful for the computer that Ghost Dog gave me. There is a live stream where he actually I opened it on stream. You guys get to see my reaction to it. This was back last year in January, and this thing has been a lifesaver. It has I've been able to do a lot more than I ever could imagine. And it's I've gotten a lot of use out of it already. Um not just sitting around playing games. I've gotten a good bit of use out of it, and I've got more things, ideas that I can do to use with the computer, and it's been very, very helpful. Like I said, it's a laptop, so it's kind of like I've took it with me when I traveled, and been a good thing. I had a neighbor move in with his daughters last year. Oh wow, Joshua. Okay, Jen, I appreciate you. Y'all be careful and stay safe when y'all are going out door dashing. And yeah, guys, please check if you haven't checked each other out, please do so. I don't know how I don't know how anybody would because be able to because you can't just click on people's names anymore. Um, hmm. I'm trying to think. Wish there was some way we could still do that. And I'll YouTube, if you're listening in on me, please bring it back to where we can check each other out without having to um just sit down and hunt everybody. Seriously. I've had that's cute, Joshua. But prayers to everybody that needs them. It does stink that they done that, just Jim. Prayers to everybody that needs it. There has been a few people that's had people pass away in their family, and my heart does go out to you guys. I may not reach out to you guys because the only reason is I feel like you're already getting bombarded with well wishes and prayers and all that stuff. I will, I will mention uh, that I'm praying for you and praying for the family and stuff, but like, I feel like when people are going through that kind of hardship, like, you don't want, or I feel like people don't want others to come around necessarily and like to, I call it bugging. Like if somebody out of the blue's like, hey, how are you doing? Been thinking of you. Just wanted to check, see how you were doing. Um, there are some people that consider that bugging, and I don't want to be one of those people. So I tend to keep quiet other than, like I said, say prayers to everybody. Oh, I didn't know that, Animated Adventures. That's pretty cool. And you guys, if you have um any games that are multiplayer online games, like I've got Among Us, I've got something called Phasmophobia. Phasmophobia is an interesting game. So is Among Us. Um, both of them, you have to be on a team. Among Us, you've got one person that sabotages and goes after people. On Phasmophobia, it's more or less you are investigating um, these houses in these different cases. And during the time that you're investigating, you also have objectives to do. Oh, that's cool, Joshua Cole. And I know you guys probably want to see a picture or want to actually see me. Um, with me being on my phone, that's kind of hard to do. But that's something that like I'm gonna have to work on because I cannot see the chat while I'm in the program Zoom, and you have to be in the program for it to pick up a picture anyway. And so it gets really kind of complicated. And sometimes it'll work and sometimes it won't. I don't know. And what are some other games I've got? I've got Sniper 3, Ghost Warrior. I've got I'm actually am in the middle of downloading another sniper game. Sniper 2, I believe. Um what else do I have multiplayer? Oh, Brawlhalla. I've got that. I've got In Silence. I've got Sign of Silence. I've got Assassin's Creed. If anybody that has it, it's Assassin's Creed Black Flag, I believe. That's actually a pretty fun game. You become a pirate and you get to thieve and sabotage and either save people or assassinate people. And you get to control those old timey ships. That's something that was a job in itself learning. That's that's your favorite one. I love the Assassin's Creed series, although I haven't been able to. One of my main goals is to collect all the Assassin's Creed series and actually sit down, play them, and have them completed, type of thing. I've never gotten past. I've never gotten past like somewhere in the middle of each game that I've played. I've never gotten past the middle of it, and I love the fact that it gives me that much of a challenge. I remember getting the one of the first Assassin's Creed games, and I really enjoyed it. That's where I kind of fell in love with it. And ever since then, I see Assassin's Creed coming up. I see all kinds of added features. They didn't really start multiplayer until like a couple games after the initial Assassin's Creed come out, because it's initially a solo game. And then they started adding where you can have co-op with somebody that is in the house with you. In the you know you can play 2-player, and then there's some that are multiplayer online. So that really branched out once they started developing it where you can play it multiplayer. And I love the fact that you can play it as multiplayer. I've got Devour. I've got what is the other one I got? Can't remember all the names of them. I know that sounds weird, but I can't remember all the games that I do have. But I got quite a few, and a lot of them are multiplayer games. And if anybody is interested and they do play those games, let me know, and I can add you to my gaming Discord server. Anytime anybody wants to play any games, all you got to do is message in there, and I get a notification right off the bat to be able to play a game with you guys. Now, sometimes I do get busy. Things happen for a reason, so but a lot of times, especially at nighttime, if anybody's a night owl like me, don't really have anything else to do. And of course, late at night is when I get to play anything. So I get to play freely in the middle of the night with games. And if anybody's up, wants to play a game, let me know. Gonna play some Grand Theft Auto. I used to like that game. I remember playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas a lot. One of my ex-boyfriends actually had the game. And because my ex-boyfriend had the game, he would have me play it a lot, just to see how, see if I could get past the parts that he couldn't at the time. I have a laptop, a PC. Also, I have Among Us on my phone, so I can play with others on my phone. The kind of phone that I've got is an iPhone CE 2020, and it runs really, really smooth, a lot better than my old phone. It's a good stress reliever. Now, there are games that are designed to make you feel tense or a little bit scared. There are some that are supposed to be made for making you a little tense or scared, a little scared. Um, People look at it as a lot of enjoyment and they don't get stressed out. Uh, I remember playing Phasmophobia for the first time. Happened to play with Ghost Dog, and I was still newer at it. He had been playing for a little bit. He kept saying, "Chicken shit, you are such a chicken shit," and I'm like, "You damn right. I don't want this thing after me." He's like, "That's the whole point of the game. You're supposed to be able to bring out the ghost without you yourself getting killed." I've majorly been a console player. Xbox. Its reaction time's way faster than controller and console response. Yeah, animated adventures. Playing on a computer for me is a lot easier than a console, and a lot of times, especially if the controller is wireless, um, the the actual play is delayed enough to where sometimes it trips me up. And Joshua Coe, I do love horror games. Um, I like the ones that are like science fiction, nothing based on true events. Um, but it's with horror games, I don't like the ones that always try to jump scare you because I jump scare too easy. I do enjoy um, the types that are in as far as horror games that are more investigating and figuring out what's going on than I do like all the action and like slaying everything. And um but I do like watching people do that. Um and I will say I will never be able to play this, but Resident Evil 8 Village, if you guys are gonna be interested in buying the game yourself, don't go searching for it on um, YouTube because there's a lot of spoilers, walkthroughs, unlockable things. And yeah, I love the storyline. I love the graphics of Resident Evil Village. And I feel like that Resident Evil game has brought in so much more psychological stuff that it just ups the ante for the next Resident Evil game. Try the School Light Day. It's available on iPhone and Android. Oh, that's cool. You'll be very surprised how good it looks. Nice. Very, very cool. Um, Definitely been getting into sniper game. The sniper Ghost Warrior game. I really enjoy it. Graphics are really good. The only thing is on the PC, because it doesn't have a well developed mobile on the PC, it takes a chunk of memory. And what I mean by chunk, it's 50 something gigabytes. Imagine having some crappy internet trying to download this thing. It took me about 4 days straight to try to get this thing to download. And I've been playing it ever since. Uh, Now, a lot of games are usually a few gigs. This one is, this one's huge. And of course, it's such an older game that I don't think they have any more, and that was my phone telling me to plug it in. um, that it just don't have any updates anymore. And I will warn you guys, if you get this Sniper 3 Ghost Warrior game for the computer, you cannot do your own invites to play private games with people. It won't let you do it. But on the multiplayer mode, you can play with people around the world. You don't have voice chat, which is good because it bogs down my gaming if I'm playing it. You do still have you have a chat that you can be able to get into and talk to everybody on your team or everybody, but it's got different levels to this multiplayer, and you've got levels to go up. The School What Day is a Japanese horror game. It scared the moves out of me. Depending on what difficulty level you choose, the amount of ghosts you encounter. Interesting. And I will say, pick when you go to play something like the Sniper games or the Sniper Ghost Warrior series, make sure you have a mouse that you are comfortable with. I do have a different kind of mouse than what I'm used to, and I tried playing it with that mouse. As of right now, I'm not good. I just don't feel comfortable with it. But it's it's a really good mouse. I just don't particularly like playing with it on games. And let's see. I've still got my stuff I plan on working with and checking out my the stuff that I'm planning on doing for filming to make some videos for you guys, and it's going to be more entertainment, but it's going to have meaning behind it, and it's going to be way out there, guys. It's not going to be like just little old normal me. It's going to be different, and I think you guys will enjoy these videos that I plan on making really, really soon. I keep saying I will do it. I just haven't been able to get enough motivation and getting the practice that I need before I ever film for it. This stuff, and you guys are going to be happy with it. It was still terrifying. Well, I'm going to check that out, Joshua. Definitely going to check that out. Let's see. Let me check and see what kind of video games that I do have. Just give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Let me look in my library. And yes, I do have Steam, guys. If y'all are wanting to be friends on Steam, just shoot me an email or a private message, and we'll get it set up to be able to do that. Let's see, I have Phasmophobia, the Sniper Ghost Warrior 3, Sign of Silence, In Silence. I do have the Sims 4 game. Oh, and Fall Guys. Fall Guys is a very funny game. It's one of those that you can get aggravated all you want to, but you can't stay mad at the game. I'll tweet you the game trailer. Okay, Josh. Fall Guys are these little puffy people. Is how the only thing I can explain it. And you control one of these puffy people, and you go through an obstacle course, or it's sort of like you got obstacle courses, you've got like team games and a couple other things, and you've got to be able to run through all these rounds without and beating the other people in the game. I've gotten as far as like the third game of the series, and it changes every single time you play it. So you don't get the same thing over and over again. I haven't played it as often as I really wanted to, but it's a good challenging game. But it's a fun game. Really, really fun. Really upbeat, really bright. You can't stay mad at it. I also have Golf with Your Friends. That game has got different levels, different modes, and very much a multiplayer game. You can have 12 people in that game. And just like it says, it's golf with friends. You can even design your own tracks. I do have Devour, thanks to Ghost Dog. I believe it was Ghost Dog that bought that one. Either that or Pacify. I do have Pacify. I have a game called The Forest. The Forest is a horror. It's supposed to be a horror game. Your character ends up in a plane crash. You wake up, everybody except you, and if you are playing multiplayer, your teammates are the only ones to survive. You've got to figure out how to survive in the wilderness on top of these humans and creatures, zombies, whatever you want to call it. They're coming after you. Once they figure out that you're there, they're coming after you. And I think the goal of the game is to try to get help and to escape the game. But I haven't seen anybody get that far. And you get to hunt, you get to forage for food, and like literally you have to survive. You have to have clean water to drink. Be careful about eating all the plants that are in the forest, because some of it can hurt you. I learned that the hard way. And there's let's see who else. Be Hunted is sort of like a Phasmophobia type game. It's still different though, and I believe you can play it multiplayer. I've got Brawlhalla, 7 Days to Die. That one I have not played, unfortunately. I just hadn't had time because I've been working on Sniper Ghost Warrior. And that's all the games that I really have that are multiplayer. So if you guys have those or want to get it, let me know. We'll connect on Steam, and whenever I'm playing, I can invite people in. Most of those games. Not all of them, but most of them. Sometimes you just have to be there at the same time, and it will automatically, it can, if it knows your friends, it automatically connect you to that same game and playing multiplayer. And me and Ghost Dog do that all the time when it comes to Sniper 3 Ghost Warrior. When he gets to want to play multiplayer, he'll say, "You're invited to go. Sorry to go, but I've been up for too long." Okay, Joshua, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Much love, and I appreciate you being here, Josh. Okay. So I'm really glad I've been able to use my Zoom account on my phone to be able to go live on YouTube. The YouTube live feature on the mobile, it wants more internet than what my Wi-Fi can give. So yeah, I only use the YouTube live part when I'm out and about using my cell internet, and I've got good internet service with my phone. So because it just don't like it here at the house. Kind of weird, but okay. Um and I've got Zoom for up to a year as of right now. So why not take advantage of it where I can? I've got and like I said, I've got a lot of different kinds of games. I do have a wish list going too. Wish lists on Steam are basically, if you have Steam or have an account there, you can buy games for other people if it's on their wish list, or even if it's not. You can gift people games on there. Like, I tested that out one time, and I bought a game for a friend because I figured it's something different. It's supposed to be similar to another game that we played that we really enjoyed playing. And apparently this guy didn't like the game very much, but he managed to get all the achievements in a short amount of time. So it comes to show you this person's like really good at gaming right now. And it's pretty good to be able to have a platform that you can do that to, where you can share games, invite people to play, and get to enjoy games, not get stressed over them. I get stressed over Sniper 3 a lot because you, and I consider this not fair, by the way, this part. The game will generate which people can be on what team. And it causes like people that are high ranking on the multiplayer version. The higher rank gets more advantages than the other lower level people. And when you don't mix up the higher level people with the lower level people, it's not even. It's basically, you've, how did this get put? I've had people call the bare minimum level 1 pea shooters when it comes to the rifles and stuff. You don't get perks. You're starting out from scratch, and it's like you're just learning. As you progress in the levels, you get perks with your stuff. Like you can get a specialized tag thing for your sniper rifle. You can see how far away somebody is, and it gives a location of where an enemy is at if they are more out in the open. Level 1 people don't get that. You get the opportunity to get grenades and other perks as you start growing in the game. You can't even zoom in. Like you can get elevation on a sniper rifle, but you cannot get zoom in feature until you hit a certain level. And when you got higher ranking people that have 50 caliber type weapons that only takes one shot to kill, and you got and they're all on one side versus the people that are level 1 that have nothing on another team. Yeah, that's really uneven. God, the good one, is good to see you. I'm doing okay. Yeah, I had to go on my little tangent about that. Lady Swan, it is so good to see you. Yes, I'm sitting here talking about games. Since I can't stream my own games, I might as well talk about them. That's one of the biggest downfalls of Sniper 3 Ghost Warrior, other than you can't invite people to your own private game. All of them are public, and it's all random. So I hope y'all are doing well. God the Good One and Lady Swan. Yes, it has been a while. And yes, I did vent a little bit. I was getting sick and tired of things that were going on. I vented. There was some kind of backlash on that, and now I'm doing okay. Basically moved forward and been focused on other things, and trying my best to still support everybody. Always at Lee Swan's B-Day. Work till 4, now up for the day. Oh wow. I've been up almost all day yesterday. Got a little sleep early this morning. Woke up and I was like, yeah, I'm kind of bored, so I figured I'd go live and talk. Yes, happy birthday, Lady Swan. I appreciate it. You being here. I really, really do. You got any plans for today, Lady Swan? Oh, wow. Already did dishes, now working on laundry. Oh man. Don't you just hate having chores to do? Things pile up. I know when I worked as a caregiver, that was my everyday thing. I had to do all the chores on top of taking care specifically of each person. It got really hard. And although I don't have a family like kids and stuff, I live with my parents. We we kind of have chores, but not really. Awesome. Very cool. Birthday stream tonight on D Live. They pile up too much because I work too damn much. And I get that. And it's pretty understandable. And like, it just stinks. Like, you want to sit down and enjoy your time that you're out of work, but then there's things you got to do. It's like, ugh, no. So everybody that has D Live, just make sure you've got notifications on for Lady Swan and I believe Ghost Mafia and them people in Nation 13, because I don't know who's doing what. I'm off today and tomorrow, so I might DoorDash tomorrow. Yeah, and Jen and Eddie and them are doing DoorDash now, so they kind of popped in and said hello and left. Everybody's been so busy. I wish I could do DoorDash. I think I would be good at it. I would enjoy having because it seems like it'd be fun. Just all you're doing all day long is picking up orders and dropping them off, and getting paid for that is really cool. I love that concept. But me being on the other side of DoorDash where I've ordered before and I've had things that were missing, like literally when I bought something and it's supposed to have a certain count to it, somebody done snuck into it and there was like two less than what it was supposed to be. Not positive as to whose channel it's going to be on. It might be mine, but not sure. My one request is to be a game night since you're usually working. Yes, I hope it's a game night because I miss seeing you during the game nights for sure. I know Davros does game nights and he does his game nights. I've seen him on Trovo, I've seen him on Twitch, I've seen him on D Live, I've seen him do all three, and it does get pretty interesting. It's a way of spending time with Mafia out of the house. He drives, I dash. That's cool. That is cool. It's good that as you can do that as a team. But yeah, once I can get a decent vehicle or fix up the vehicle that is out there, I might do that for a little bit just to make some money. I wouldn't want to do that full time, but it's a good side job to have if you don't have anything else. I've seen people that are on disability to help make ends meet. They do DoorDash just a little bit. Um, of course, to stay within their bracket, that to where um, and for those of you that don't understand the situation with people with disabilities and everything, they do in some cases encourage people to try to work, and they say you can make a certain amount of money before, if you make over that limit, they do take out um money out for every month as a penalty if you make so much over what you're supposed to. Oh wow, did it full time September to December, and it was paying all of the bills. That is cool. That's very cool. And but yeah, I like the fact that you can kind of pick your hours. You can kind of pick and choose what you're gonna where you're gonna go, and what uh what kind of orders you're picking up to take to wherever. I love that concept. I know there's several companies that do that, but DoorDash seems to be one of the better ones. And as a person that orders from DoorDash, if you get a bad experience with either a driver or the restaurant, you can contact the restaurant and the driver, or you can just go directly to DoorDash. Um, Also, if you get somebody that is also really, really good, you can review that driver and say how good of a job they done. You definitely want to put that in there, because the more that you like do good reviews, do real reviews, the better chances are these people like Lady Swan and Ghost Mafia, they're able to get more of an opportunity to pick and choose what they can get on DoorDash than, let's say, somebody who got the food to deliver and never sent it to that person. That would piss me off. Then the weather hit, convertible didn't like the ice, so now working a job and dashing on the side. Well, that's good. I know you can pick your and choose your hours on DoorDash, which is a good thing. Um, and it's always something good to fall back on if anything happened to the regular job, because DoorDash is always going to be there, it seems like, which is a good thing. Good morning, California Ford Raptor. Very nice to see you. And very glad everybody's here. If you haven't shared it out, please share it out. Let everybody know that I am live. I am going to be on for just a little bit longer. And now we'll put this disclaimer out again. If there is something that I wanted to like, if it is something that I feel like could be taken the wrong way, or a certain topic, I will put this as private to keep, not to keep, but prevent a lot of backlash. because I'd been getting backlash from the last few streams that I've done. That's happened to you before, Lady Swan? Saying they didn't get the order after I delivered. Yes, when you're doing DoorDash, always make sure you take the pictures of the products that was delivered. Always make sure that everything is legit, because they can come back. It can come back on you if you don't have the proof. An experience with DoorDash. Put the order in a puddle of water on the ground outside the home, and then said the food was dropped. Yeah, I do believe so, Al. That was probably one of the worst experiences. Now, it does have an automatic thing on my app to leave the food at the door. But because we have cats that live outside that are more likely to think, ooh, this smells good. I'm going to tear this bag open and I'm going to go diving for food. When I order something, I sit outside when I know they're getting close, because it does give you estimated time. It does give you kind of a map where the DoorDasher is. And I sit outside with my mask on, so when they come up, they don't feel uncomfortable me coming up to them and getting the order. And I just make sure that, like, we're not touching. Everything is, hunky-dory on that end, because I used to work at McDonald's, so I kind of know the procedures when it comes to, like, trying to minimize as much contact as possible. Hen Kid, hello. It gives you the option to leave the door or hand it to the person. Yeah, I haven't figured out how to hand it to the person, but yeah, I tend to do that. I'll leave at the door, and then I go out and pick up the food. I've had now I had this is like one or two times, and I'm believing it's the restaurant. I have complained because I want them to start using stickers to seal the containers up that have the food in it. Means the food's unsafe. And the reason why I say something about sealing the food up, like sealing the bag that has the food shut, or the trays that the food comes in sealed. Even the drinks, some of the people seal up the drinks as well. And it's because I order, like, I'll give an example. I ordered some dessert that's like 6 pieces, and it's supposed to come with a sauce with it. And I only get, like, out of all of it, 2 was missing, and a lot of times the sauce is gone. So either the DoorDasher snatches it out of the box, or the restaurant is not putting it in. Hey, Cassie, it's good to see you. I hope you're feeling better, Hen Kid. And, like, I've complained to the restaurant. I've complained about just in general, and nothing has been done about it yet. And it still happens. With the dessert, though, I find it suspicious that the dessert box is always sitting on top, and I look, and it looks like it's been rummaged through. So it makes me think that some of the Door Dashers have been getting into people's food, and that's just nasty. It really is. To me, that is nasty. You do not want to rummage through people's food. Okay, Lady Swan. So how is everybody today? It's so good to see you, Cassie and Hen Kid. I hope you're feeling better. Hope you feel better soon, actually, Hen Kid. Wow, can't believe I've been on here a while. And I'm trying to get my kiddo up for school. Oh no, Oracles and beyond. Oh, I wonder about that with DoorDash getting into the food. The way I look at it, there has been like the place, and I will say this: if you order from somewhere like McDonald's, or I've seen Arby's do this, Wendy's not so much. I don't know about Hardee's. They're like McDonald's and them seal the food. Like they take, you get the food put into the bag and they seal it. Because I used to work at McDonald's, that was always procedure. You have stickers to keep it shut, sealed shut, so it, if there is tampering, you can tell right off the bat. And Cassie, I'm doing okay. Um, I vented what I've needed to. I'm done with that. I'm tired of the drama and just try to move on. I've been holding back from doing a lot of supporting because I have been getting backlash. And I don't want people feeling like when I come in, they should dread me coming in anymore. So, and of course, people already have some preconceived notions and whatnot. And so when I come in, I always feel, certain, you can tell when something seems a little awkward. And I go with my instinct on that. So I kind of stayed back a little bit from everything and just been playing games. I've got something, and I need to take a picture of this because this is really cool. And Cassie, I don't know if this is something that I really, should really invest a lot of time into. But my sister got me for Mother's Day because we do celebrate. My sister celebrates Mother's Day with me because about 10 years ago, I miscarried not only once, but twice. And I found out the day before Mother's Day that I was going to be a mom, what I consider a second time. Almost 2 months later, I ended up miscarrying. So my sister celebrates Mother's Day with me every year. And if she sees something that reminds her of me, she'll get it for me. and she bought me, it's called it the Mediumship training deck. And it says there's 50 practical tools for developing your connection to the other side. And I've been reading these cards, and they are really, really good cards. Um and it tells you a little bit about each one on the card. Exactly, oracles. My sister is really sweet, and she knows that it does, I always have a hard time every Mother's Day, and she celebrates me being a mom because she says, regardless, I still consider you a mom, and a lot of other people do too. So when the other, well, this past Mother's Day, I know I didn't get a lot of Mother's Day wishes, and that's fine. Um, but I believe that people that have miscarried that really was looking forward to being moms, they should be celebrated too as mothers. And that's my belief. And a lot of people still say there is a lot of people that celebrate it. And like, I don't want to make people get down about Mother's Day, but that for me was, it's always been hard. Now, for Mother's Day, I bought, well, I didn't buy, my dad bought it. A little set of flowers that made me, for some reason, think of like a in memory type of thing of those that I miscarried. And we planted those flowers along with the flowers that my mom wanted in her little area where there's a bunch of birds that come by. We got a bird bath and we planted flowers that day. It was really nice. But these mediumship cards, um, it says you can draw a couple of cards, and they're supposed to be tools like for that day. You take the lessons that are described on the card and you try to apply it at points throughout the day. Oh, I'm so sorry, Al. Yeah, Mother's Day is really hard, especially for those that wanted kids, that got to experience being pregnant, and it is really heartbreaking, and my heart has always went out to people that have had to deal with that. You don't see them very much. No, I'm sorry to hear that, Lady Swan. It, yeah, like my sister, she's she doesn't live here. She doesn't even live in this town. And it's really hard, me as being a sister, not being able to see my sister when I want to. And I know it's been hard on my mom because my mom has been really close to me and my sister growing up. We used to do a lot of stuff together growing up. It's just now we don't get to do like we used to. And it just be us girls going out doing things. And I totally understand that, Cassie. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about the two that I've lost. And, you know, a lot of people talk about this. People chalk it up to look at the way the world is now, and would I really want them to be a part of this world, having to deal with this difficulties and the stress, knowing now what's going on? Would I really wish them to still be here? And the way I look at it, I would be selfish to think that I would still want them here, knowing what's going on in the world. And it, I know things happen, and it just, it does hurt. Hoping after my wedding, get the opportunity, but I'm leaving it God's hands at this point, and that's how I feel. Oh, I totally understand that, Cassie. Um, totally understand that. I know that my sister, I believe, she has just, I don't think she wants children, but she was excited for me when I found out, and she was one of the first people I told, like right off the bat. And she was so excited for me. And of course, there's that big letdown. Exactly, Cassie. And to me, it just, you know, it runs deeper, that pain. It runs deeper than people realize. And for me, I'm pretty sure that I have very slim chance of ever having a kid. Getting on up there in age, I've had to have surgery because to remove something that could have turned into cancer really quickly. And they said now it is less than half, like everything has been cut down in half to even have the chance of even conceiving a child, let alone carrying to full term. So, and doctors basically told me that most likely I'm not going to be able to ever have children. So, yeah, people don't realize the hurt and the struggles that people get on um, when people judge others like that. Oh, I'm so sorry, Skinner. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Um, but yeah, my sister got me this training deck, and I'm thinking that it's going to be good for me. My sister said she thought of me when she seen it, and it's got different topics. It talks about auras, spiritual energy centers, mind focus, meditation, imagery, imagination, and more. So definitely get some rest, Skinner. So, and it does say on the cards, it gives you suggestions, explains what each card means. So, and they're beautifully done cards. At some point, I'm going to try to take pictures of them or some of them and post them on, I guess, Instagram. Okay, Cassie, it was so good to see you. Thank you for being here. I definitely want to see him. Oh, cool. Yeah, at some point I'll make some pictures and send them on Instagram. But I think today's Tuesday. Yep, Tuesday. I'm probably going to go ahead and wrap this up. You guys, it's been a little while since I've been on when I first started this. Definitely I will say, if you guys have not checked out Bloody Swan and Ghost Mafia and everybody that's in Nation 13, please do so. Definitely check out their DLive account. Go to dlive.tv and should be able to do a search for them. And if you need any help, just email me, let me know, and I will give you the links to be able to follow these channels on DLive. And because there's going to be some celebrating tonight. Lady Swan's birthday is today. Definitely want to wish her a big happy birthday. Hopefully these chores that she's doing right now aren't going to be too aggravating for her. And I hope she's able to rest and get everything she wants to for her birthday. And gets to rest easy. Sometime tonight, there is going to be like a birthday stream for Lady Swan. So you guys definitely don't want to miss out on that. I want to thank everybody that has been here. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. And I want to encourage you guys. Watch for someone to go live around 10. Okay. 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys. Definitely keep an eye out for this birthday bash. And not a problem, Lady Swan. You are always a great supporter of a lot of people, and definitely want to be around for your birthday. I can't wait to see your birthday stream tonight. And also, guys, please check out Oracles and Beyond. And everybody that you have seen in the chat, do what you can to go check out their YouTube channels. And if you like what you see, give them a hit that subscribe button, hit that like button on the video you're watching. And I just want everybody to be able to branch out. Some people come from such different backgrounds, and their channels are so uniquely different. And you're never going to find out until you go, like I said, check them out. And you don't have to follow them. You don't have to subscribe to them. But if you like what you see, I definitely want you to hit that subscribe button for them. And definitely keep your head up. Don't necessarily do like I do and just vent and then all that stuff, because it can cause backlash. For some reason, it did me. There are people out there that are, it seems like they look to cause trouble. And it does get hard because you want to be able to express yourself, but in the same sense, you don't want that backlash. And I understand that. Don't suffer in silence. Stand up and say something if you need to, but do it in a peaceful manner. Don't be hateful. Don't degrade the people. And don't put yourself in a position to where you're kind of like me. You're scared to say something until it becomes too much and then you explode. Because if you do, you're going to have such a hard time with it, because then it's people wonder where it's coming from. And you don't want to suffer in silence, but yet you don't want all the other stuff coming from it. And it's awesome to have people that understand your situation, that have seen what goes on. And I've seen even bigger YouTubers go live and explain what was going on with them. And it's not, it needs to stop. It really does. And it can stop with us and people being peaceful about it and not keep throwing fuel to the fire, and it makes the fire bigger. You want to put water on the fire and extinguish it. So much love to each and every person here. And again, Lady Swan, one of the Nation's 13 founders, is going to be going live at some point, most likely on D Live, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Definitely check it out because it's going to be Lady Swan's birthday stream. Again, happy birthday, Lady Swan. And I hope you have a great day. You guys take care. Always remember, you never know what's out there till you spread your wings and fly.